All right, let's jump right into something pretty amazing. We're going to talk about a way to handle stress that is so simple you might not believe it at first. The best part, it doesn't cost a thing, and you almost definitely already have everything you need right in your own home. So let me ask you this. What if you could seriously, noticeably lower your stress levels in about the time it takes to make a cup of coffee? I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, right? But stick with me because the science behind this is pretty fascinating. 6. That's the number. Just 6 minutes. Not an hour, not even 30 minutes. 6. I mean, think about all those little 6-minute pockets of time you have in a day. Waiting for the kettle to boil, standing in line at the store. It's an incredibly doable amount of time for anyone. And here is the payoff. Get this. For that tiny little 6-minute investment, you could see your stress levels drop by up to 68%. That's a huge difference. It's the kind of number that makes you lean in and go, okay, wait a second. How? Well, that's exactly the right question to ask. This isn't just some feel-good idea someone came up with. It's actually backed by some solid research. So the data comes from a real study done by researchers at the University of Sussex. And that's important, you know? It gives this idea some serious weight. We're moving from a nice little life hack to a credible, science-backed strategy for feeling better. The researchers compared a bunch of common ways people try to relax. So listening to music, yeah, that worked pretty well. Having a cup of tea or coffee, that came in at 54%. Going for a quick walk, still good at 42%. But look at the top. Reading wasn't just a little better, it blew everything else out of the water at 68%. It's not even close. So the natural next question is why? I mean, what's the magic in reading a book that makes it so much more powerful than these other things? Let's dig into the science of what's actually happening in your body and your brain. It's really a 1-2-3 punch against stress. First, something physical happens. As you start to focus on the words, just following the story, your heart literally starts to beat slower. Then, that tension you're holding in your shoulders or your neck, it starts to release. And finally, and maybe most importantly, your brain gets to take a vacation. And that's really the secret sauce right there. Reading forces you to concentrate, and in doing that, it pulls you into a totally different world. Your brain gets so wrapped up in the story or the ideas on the page that it just doesn't have the space to keep spinning on your worries and your to-do list. It's a genuine escape from that nonstop buzz of notifications and anxieties in our daily lives. It's a simple, easy tool that anyone can use to completely shift their energy. Think of it like a little pocket of peace you can carry around with you and pull out whenever you need it, even on the absolute craziest, most stressful days. So, now that we've looked at the science, it all comes down to this, a simple invitation for you to try it for yourself, to find a little bit of stillness. Seriously, the next time you feel that wave of stress or anxiety starting to build, just try it. Before you reach for your phone, just pick up a book. Any book will do. Give it 6 minutes, that's all. You might be absolutely amazed at how different you feel on the other side. And hey, if anxiety is something you deal with on a regular basis, it's worth knowing that they put together a 28-day challenge. It's a more structured program for anyone who wants a little more guidance. 6 minutes is such a small piece of your day, but it could give you such a huge return in feeling calm and clear. So I guess the only question left is, where will your 6 minutes take you today?